Well guys, the little Subaru pickup, boy has this brought back some memories. The moment I saw the email come through, I jumped on and said, yeah, bring it down, please bring it down. Yeah, absolutely great, brilliant. So just on the side of that wall over there, literally 100 yards over there, was the biggest Subaru dealer in the north of England, I would have thought. And every farmer within, I don't know, 70-mile radius had a Subaru pickup. They were everywhere. If you needed four-wheel drive, you had Subaru. If you didn't, which most people did, you had the little Hyundai Pony pickups. In actual fact, the same very, very clever dealer had that franchise as well. So you had Hyundai with the little Pony pickups, and he had Subaru with the four-wheel drive pickups, and they were everywhere. Every farmer had one or both. Especially the hillside lads, because back in the day quads hadn't really taken off. Quads weren't here, so if you were a hill farmer and you wanted a four-wheel drive, or you wanted to get about on your land with carrying bales, sheep, you name it, all the rest of it, you really didn't have a great deal of choice. You had a heavy Land Rover, or you had a lightweight Subaru pickup that went across the grass fields like a quad. Brilliant. As long as you didn't belly them out, they never got stuck. And let's face it, you didn't really belly them out on grassland. So they were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I've got extremely fond memories of these cars, and the GLF estate cars, and the two-door hatchback one that was in Cannonball Run, if you remember, the black one. So very, very fond memories. This one's coming from overseas, obviously, which is why it's still as solid as it appears. I mean, normally speaking, I can remember back in the day cutting off the front balance. You see where the undersill is there, or the stone guard. I can remember that all being rotten, and that bracket all being rotten on one of ours that we had. And I can remember getting the angle grinder and cutting it all off level there and round the other side. And that was that was 30 years ago, more. So absolute fantastic that the car's still here with us. Brilliant. A little bit slightly different than I remember them, the UK spec ones, ever so slightly different. I do remember us having a slightly different steering wheel, possibly. Different seats, but then the seats may well have come out of something else. We had more plastic seats, I think, from memory. Doing all this from memory, plastic seats, I think. The vendor will be shouting at me at the video now when they say, yeah. The wheels are correct. I remember there being a stud at the top of the rear crossbeam there, where you could wind down and you could get a little bit of lift on the back, which we did on a couple of them. And obviously IFA Williams tops. We had IFA Williams tops on just about every one. And then the UK cars, I'm pretty sure, had a single lamp. The estate cars had that 4-lamp arrangement. But the UK cars, I remember having one larger amp lamp, not quite as wide as that, about 3/4 of the width on that. But yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. Done my courting in one of these, can you believe it? Look at that. How the hell can you do it in there? But there you are. I'll say no more. We'll get off that subject. But a real time warp, the whole thing. Lovely to see. I've taken loads of photographs. The underside looks great. Looks a right genuine thing. Not been tonsed up. I've seen a few on the market, not many. You only see a handful, don't you? You know, if you're lucky, 2 or 3 a year. And the ones that I've seen in more recent times have been basically glimmed up and painted up to look bright. This looks a right genuine thing. So there you are, little Subaru pickup. Yeah, just taking it all in now. Definitely worth coming down and having a look at. Definitely. So pleased it's here. Yeah, very pleased to be able to handle it. So there you are, down here with us at Pickering. Come down, have a look. I'm sure between us we'll be able to swap a few stories.